Yes, comrades. Good evening to everybody. I congratulate this All India Forum Against Privatization for organizing this webinar on the historical strike of railwaymen. I joined the railways in 1986 after 12 years of the glorious strike. So I don't have the first-hand experience on this strike, but from the interactions from the strikers and from the articles I have read, I understand that this is a unique strike organized by ordinary workers. Every agitation, these leaders may be arrested only after the starting of the strike. But 74 strike was started only after the leaders were arrested. So this strike was being organized by ordinary workers, not by the leaders. And it has went for more than 25 days in many places in Bombay and other areas. So the courage and vigor shown by the railway workers is a history. I feel that still now these railway workers are maintaining that vigor and agitating mood. Even now, in many places, there are local agitations, trains are being stopped, there are haranguing of officers, forcing the officers to come to some settlement. It is happening now and then in many places all over India. That is one point I want to say here. That, and the second point I note is that there were serious differences of opinion between trade unions in the NCCR. There was a number of letters were written between Comrade George Fernandez and the S.A. Dange regarding the formation of a federation by AITs. And there was serious difference of opinion between AILRSA and AIRF. But when the common platform has come, these unions did not stick on to resolve the differences first. With all these differences, they joined together and took a decision to go for a strike for the demands of the workers. They gave prominence to the demands of the workers, and because of that, they could enter into a strike. And another thing, this is a coordination with sister trade unions. One of the martyrs of the agitation is one Ramasan from Madurai. He was not a railwayman. He was an ordinary farm worker who came in support of the railway strike, the railway station, and he has been knocked down by a hunting train when picketing was going on. In that way, and in Kerala, when this police was raided the colonies, Comrade A.K.G. and others organized protection to the railway colonies. They also arranged a common kitchen for the families residing there. In many ways, that coordination was here. Not only that, there was 3-day agitation by central government employees on from 8th to 10th of May, and there was a strike in Bombay, electricity workers on 15th. In that way, there was a widespread coordination with sister trade unions. Not only that, this NCCRS was consisting of political parties. Even at that time, CPI was in a united front with the Congress, the ruling party. But this CPI was joined in NCCR. Janasangh was in the NCCR. CPM was in NCCR. In that way, this NCCR is so inclusive that anybody, they can give any help to the agitation, they are included in the NCCR. The next one I want to point out is that the demands raised by this agitation was so serious and this agitation made it so strong that the following Janata government or even after the regaining power by Indira Gandhi, they had to, they are forced to implement, conceal the demand. One of the main demand was decasualization. Casual labor system must be avoided. By 1975, this after this agitation, the casual labor system has been abandoned. Later, now it came as contract workers after some years. In the same way, in 1978, the demand of loco pilots for 10 hours duty was implemented in 1978, but after in 80s it has been cancelled. In the same way, and regarding the pay scale issue, after this agitation, through many cadre research, most of the grievances regarding the pay scales were also considered by the government. So even though the strike has been crushed by the government, the demands of the workers were the strike compelled the following governments to concede all these demands. And when we are coming to the present situation, in 1974, there were 17 lakhs of people went on strike, and it is estimated that there were near about 20 lakhs employees were working in Delhi. And within the 50 years, the traffic handled by railways has been increased 100 or 200 times. There is no correct record with me. In those times, it was only steam traction. This carrying whole trailing load in the steam loco is less than 1,000 tons, and very short trains were there. And 90% of the track was single line, token sections. But now, this our engine capacity is now up to 12,000 HP, and trains are the length of the goods train, the longest goods train now is having 3 kilometers length. The number of coaches in passenger trains is now increased to 27. In that way, and most, all the trunk routes are now having a third line. In that way, the traffic has been increased too much. But the number of railway employees has been diminished. It is now nearly half of the what we had in 1974. In that way, every worker is being trusted with their workload. If you say there are hundreds of trackmen are being killed doing their duty because of the number of trains was increased and the speed of trains was increased. And every year, dozens of railway employees are committing suicide, unable to withstand the workload with them. And for every lapse, the railway employees are being punished mercilessly. According when the technical advancement was come, the load increased, speed increased, signal system improved, but there is very serious lacking in upgrading the safety standard. When speed increases, the safety standard must be multiplied. Then only the same safety can be provided. So, for example, if an accident happens at 50 km, if the casualty is 10, if that accident happens at 100 km, the casualty will be 200 or 300. In that way, whenever speed increases, load increases, safety standard must be increased. But that is not being happened. Because of that, hundreds of railway employees are being punished mercilessly, awarding compulsory retirement, removal from service, etc. In recent past, more than a dozen railway employees, to my knowledge, have been removed without giving a charge sheet those who are accused of involved in railway accident. That is the present trend railways following. In that way, the working condition in the railways has been became very, very difficult, and the employees are in a every system, and people are most discontented about their work. And regarding the future of the railways. Privatization is happening everywhere. Near about 8 lakh people now working in railways are on contract basis. That means this 8 lakh permanent posts are being converted as contract posts. They are working under a contractor, and thousands of people are now working as apprentices. They are doing the normal duty of a railway worker there with a salary of 5,000 to 7,000 rupees per month. And vacancies are not being filled up. All these things are continuing. And railway assets are being given to private. When privatization, we say, we are telling that we are handing over this railway, selling out the government assets to private. Now that is being changed. Those who are profit making services is being handed over to the railways, to the private people. There is no need for any investment. The government is not realizing the cost of these assets. They are just giving it for lease. So the private parties did not take any risk. They are how to pay only the lease. They do not need not invest any capital in the railways. In that way, this government is moving in that way. It is in many sections, catering section, contract working section, and railway stations are being handed over. And there is proposal for handing over a complete section. Say, for example, if from Ernakulam to Thiruvananthapuram section, it can be handed over to a private. In that way, every rules are being made. And there are corporations under railways. Trunk roads are being parallel freight corridors are being built. These freight corridors now too is operative from Bombay to Delhi and Amritsar to Calcutta. It is partially commissioned. In there, the people are not railway employees. They are only contract workers under this system. In that way, whatever salary is not being given. It is a dangerous situation for the youth in India. They won't get any permanent job. They won't get any sustainable salary for their house. And the assets which have been made by the government fund and also by the workers is being handed over to the private for this on lease to make profit, and they need not have any risk of investment. There is no risk of failure of investment. In that way, the entire property is being given. In this situation, analyzing the lessons of the 74th strike, the unity needs to be built up. NCCRS has been reconstituted recently, but that has not come to the grassroots level. The meeting has only all India leadership is being held. In zonal level, it is not being held. In division level, it is not being held. Whatever programs taken by NCCR's central level is not being implemented in the grassroots level. Wherever it is constituted, the main leading unions of this NCCRF, this AIRF and NFIR, they are organizing this educational program separately. All these things to be corrected. And a uniformity, as Comrade Matthew pointed out earlier, in NCCRF, all unions, whichever it is big or small, they are given equal status in NCCRF. In that way, we have to try to unite the entire forces in railway. Not only in railway, we have to develop a very good coordination with respective unions and even political parties. With that only, we can have a effective strike in a organization like railways, because it is spread all over India and having many all the different differences in India is in railway workers also. So a determined effort is required to form unity and to organize the workers and to go for a agitation. Without the agitation, this railway will not sustain as we are seeing now much for our days. So it is my my responsibility also. I understand that I have to try my level best to form this unity, and my association is also trying our level best to make unity among railway workers. But still, it is not the uh, level which is required, and I shall only say we will try it again and again. With this, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade James. You made a very nice point, and मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कॉमरेड अशोक ट्रांसलेट करो.
थैंक यू कॉमरेड मैथ्यू. तो मैं कॉमरेड जेम्स का भाषण के कुछ मुख्य पॉइंट्स आपके सामने रखूंगा. तो उन्होंने याद दिलाया कि 1974 के पहले जिस तरह से संघर्ष का वातावरण था, आज भी बहुत सारे संघर्ष हो रहे हैं. और 1974 के संघर्ष की एक जो खास बात उन्होंने याद दिलाई वो ये थी, जो संगठन वहाँ शामिल थे उनमें मतभेद थे, लेकिन जब संघर्ष का समय आया तो वो सब एक साथ हुए और इसी वजह से जो स्ट्राइक थी, वो ऐतिहासिक स्ट्राइक जो थी, वो सफल हो सकी. तो उन्होंने याद दिलाया कि कैसे अलग अलग जगह पर इस हड़ताल के लिए लोगों ने समर्थन दिया. उन्होंने खासतौर से केरला का जिक्र किया, जहाँ पर किसानों ने, वहाँ पर अन्य क्षेत्रों के मजदूरों ने हड़तालें की और समर्थन दिया. और वो सब इस वजह से सफल हो सका क्योंकि जब NCCRS का संघ बनाया गया तो उसमें हर संगठन को शामिल किया गया और उन सबको एक समान दर्जा दिया गया. जो उस वक्त की मांगे थी वो हड़ताल होने के बाद कि अगले सालों में, वर्षों के अंदर सरकार ने जो है अलग अलग तरीके से उनको मांगा और पूरा किया. तो उन्होंने याद दिलाया कि कैसे कैजुअल लेबर को बंद किया गया, फिर लोको पायलट्स के काम के घंटों की जो डिमांड थी उसको एटलीस्ट कागज पे माना गया, लेकिन बाद में लागू नहीं किया गया. तो उन्होंने कहा कि आज की जो हालत है उसके बारे में उन्होंने खासतौर से डिटेल में बात की है. कैसे 1974 में 20 लाख मजदूर थे, रेल मजदूर थे, लेकिन आज उसके तुलना में जो ट्रैफिक है वो कई गुना बढ़ गया है. ट्रेन की जो लंबाई है बहुत बड़ी हो गई है. बहुत हाई हॉर्स पावर के इंजन का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है, लेकिन कामगारों की जो संख्या है करीब करीब आधी हो गई है. तो उसकी वजह से सब जो आज के रेल कामगार हैं, मजदूर हैं, वो उनको ऊपर काम का बहुत बड़ा बोझ है. उन्होंने ये भी याद दिलाया कि कैसे इस हालातों के अंदर हर रोज जो है 1 या 2 ट्रैक मेंटेनेंस की जान जा रही है. तो जो जरूरत थी कि पूरा जो रेलवे का जो सिस्टम है और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है उसका अपग्रेडेशन किया जाए, लेकिन वो नहीं किया गया है. और उसके बदले जब कोई थोड़ी सी भी गलती होती है तो रेल मजदूरों को जो है पनिशमेंट दिया जा रहा है. उन्होंने कहा कि अनेकों को जो है सर्विस से भी निकाला जा रहा है. फिर उसके बाद उन्होंने आज जो एक बहुत बड़ा हमला हो रहा है रेलवे के ऊपर निजीकरण का, उसके बारे में जिक्र किया. उन्होंने याद दिलाया कि आज 8 लाख मजदूर, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मजदूर काम कर रहे हैं. और ये सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मजदूर जो है वो प्राइवेट कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स के, निजी कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स के हैं. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा निजीकरण करने का एक जरिया है. तो उन्होंने याद दिलाया कि आज बहुत सारे जो रेलवे की संपत्ति है उसको बड़े बड़े पूंजीपतियों को दिया जा रहा है. उनको से कहा जा रहा है कि आप इनके द्वारा कोई भी अपना निवेश किए बिना आप मुनाफा बना सकते हैं. उनको लीज पे दिया जा रहा है जिससे कोई भी निवेश नहीं करना पड़ता है. और अभी बात हो रही है कि वो पूरा एक रेलवे का क्षेत्र जो है वो सेक्शन जो है उसको भी किसी निजी बड़े बड़े कॉर्पोरेट्स को सौंप देंगे। तो ये सब जो हमले हैं उनका हमको अभी विरोध करना होगा। उन्होंने ये भी याद दिलाया कि रेलवे के अंदर अब अनेक कॉर्पोरेशन जो है बनाए जा रहे हैं, और जिन कॉर्पोरेशन में जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं वो रेलवे कर्मचारी नहीं है, उनका वेतन जो है रेलवे कर्मचारियों जैसा नहीं है, और इनकी संख्या लगातार जो है बढ़ती ही जा रही है। तो जरूरत है कि जो पूरा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर जो रेलवे अपने अपने जो पूंजी लगाकर बना रही है, खासतौर से उन्होंने जिक्र किया फ्रेट कॉरिडोर्स का, वो बनाकर वो जो है निजी पूंजीपतियों को उसको चलाने के लिए सौंपा जा रहा है। तो इन सब हमलों की खिलाफत करने की जरूरत है। तो अंत में उन्होंने जो 1974 के जो हड़ताल थे उससे क्या सबक है, उन्होंने उसके बारे में बात किया। उन्होंने कहा पहली बात तो ये है कि फिर दोबारा से उसी तरह की एकता बनाने की जरूरत है। एनसीसीआरएस को जो अभी केवल एक केंद्रीय स्तर पर बनी है, उसको हर जोन, हर डिवीजन और उसके भी नीचे बनाने की जरूरत है, तभी वो जो है इस स्ट्रॉन्ग मजबूत संघर्ष को नेतृत्व दे पाएगी। इस जो अभी एनसीसीआरएस का जो पुनर्गठन हुआ है उसमें सभी संगठनों को बराबर का स्तर देने की, फिर दोबारा से बराबर का स्तर देने की आवश्यकता है। और ये सब किए बिना जो है तो हम कोई भी देश के स्तर पर रेल हड़ताल की बात नहीं कर सकते हैं। तो उन्होंने कहा कि अभी फिर से जरूरत है कि हम सब जो है एकजुट हों और अपने रेल कर्मचारियों को जो है संगठित करें एक लंबे संघर्ष के लिए। और इस सब में उनका संगठन ऑल इंडिया लोको रनिंग स्टाफ एसोसिएशन पूरा योगदान देगा। इन बातों के साथ उन्होंने अपना भाषण समाप्त किया।